On Monday, August 17th at 11:07 a.m., officers were dispatched to a possible stabbing in progress at Watts Drive and Lotus Lane.
He advised a possible 245, however, then advised to stabbing everyone. Second half will be a Hispanic male, mid-50s. He had south to Watts and Lotus with possibly 2 victims. We have a black female down on the street, another being a male victim. Another, if he's advising, he is south to 245. The second half is under the influence of HNS, so he advised that he's been going for 3 days.
The first officer arrives at approximately 11:13 a.m. and confirms that 2 victims have sustained injury as a result of the stabbing. Officers learned that the suspect had fled the area after possibly carjacking a third victim. The victim's vehicle was described as a white Chevrolet Malibu. The Bakersfield Police Department Communications Center received a report that a subject matching the stabbing suspect's description was fleeing from a white vehicle at Brundage Lane and T Street. They were told the subject was armed with a knife. As the Kern High School district officer began to approach the subject, a plain-clothed Bakersfield Police Department detective and a uniformed Bakersfield Police Department officer arrived at Brundage Lane and P Street. Within seconds, the officer-involved shooting occurred.
Put the knives down. Put them down. Put the knife down now. Get inside.
The suspect was transported to an area hospital where he succumbed to his gunshot injuries. 2 knives were found on the suspect's person.
All right, was this justifiable use of force? Any other way out of that situation? Donald Schweitzer.
Vinny, there was no question that this was justifiable. Think about what we just saw. You have a guy that's hanging around by a store for 3 days. If you listen to the dispatch, he's been under the influence of some type of a drug. He's seen on video stabbing people. He stabbed 2 people at the time of the call to 911. Then he presumably, or there's a suspicion that he carjacked somebody. Next thing you know, an officer's rolling down the street, and this guy's chasing after him with a knife, like a mad dog, right? He's obviously deranged. Then they're into this yard of some sort, and the cops are doing everything they can to get him to drop that knife, even so that the officer is backing up into the street where there's traffic. I mean, the officer could have been hit by a car. At a certain point, his back was literally to the wall. He had to fire. This man was deranged. He was going to hurt the officer if he wasn't shot.